I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it.
Look who's back. Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated champion himself. And guess what? He's decided to issue a bold warning to none other than Jake Paul. I mean, who wouldn't want to hear from a boxing legend about a YouTuber turned fighter? But really, what's the warning this time?
But guess what? You got that quote from the GOAT.
So it looks like Floyd Mayweather, of all people, had some helpful advice for Jake Paul. Mayweather told Jake he might want to call it quits before stepping into the ring with the one and only Mike Tyson. I mean, why wouldn't Jake listen, right? Mayweather seems to think Jake has absolutely zero chance against the GOAT. Mayweather hinted that if Jake ignores his advice, he's not just risking a loss. He might be signing up for something way worse. But hey, maybe Jake just likes ignoring people who know boxing better than almost anyone.
You just said it right. I know I said it right. I know what I said. I know what I posted.
Mayweather isn't backing down on this, not even a little. If anyone thought he'd keep quiet just because Jake Paul has a huge name on YouTube, they might need a little refresher on who Floyd Mayweather is. Mayweather doesn't care how many millions of followers Jake has or how many stunts he's pulled. To him, all that means nothing in the ring, especially against someone like Tyson. Jake stepping into a fight with Tyson is practically asking for trouble. Jake, you can do your pranks and make your videos, but don't think that prepares you for this. Mayweather knows that Tyson is not the kind of guy you joke around with, and he's warning Jake that he's in way over his head. Sure, he isn't going to stop Jake from living his dream of fighting a true legend. I mean, if a guy like Jake, who's only won against guys who barely put up a fight, wants to step into the ring with someone like Tyson, who's practically a beast, why not let him? Mayweather's just standing back, watching this unfold, probably shaking his head a little. This fight isn't off because it's Jake against Tyson. It's more like he already knows how it's going to end. All right, Jake, go ahead, but don't be surprised when things go south, Mayweather said. Well, this is going to be like watching someone take on a lion and thinking they'll come out of it with just a scratch.
He should, with almost, 80 and 90 fights, he should.
If you really think about it, Mayweather has a good point here. Why would someone like Jake Paul, who was just making videos on YouTube not too long ago, decide to go up against a legend like Mike Tyson? Maybe Jake just got tired of making content and wanted to try something way out of his league. But it does seem like a pretty big leap, doesn't it? Mayweather isn't exactly stumped by Jake's choice, though. He has his own answer to why Jake would take such a wild risk. In his opinion, maybe Jake thinks taking on a legend will somehow make him a legend too. But, of course, the difference is that Tyson's spent a lifetime earning that title. Jake's just hoping he can get there in record time by picking a big fight. Mayweather caught wind of a rumor that Jake Paul is being hyped up as the one who could beat Mike Tyson in a fair fight. People are actually saying Jake might be the guy to finally bring down the king of the ring. It's almost funny to think about, knowing Tyson's history as one of the greatest boxers ever. But somehow, Jake's fans seem to believe he has what it takes. According to this rumor, Jake's being treated like he's some kind of hitman who can knock Tyson off his throne. It's almost as if he's been pampered into thinking he's already won the fight. Some fans are building him up, saying he's got what it takes to become the new champ. They're probably telling him he's tough enough and skilled enough to go up against a legend. And maybe Jake's starting to believe it. Mayweather, though, probably has a laugh at the idea. To him, Jake still has a long way to go before he could even think about dethroning someone like Tyson. Mayweather knows how hard Tyson trained and how much experience he has. It takes way more than confidence and fan support to take down a true boxing legend.
Remember, he got famous because they said this could be the guy that could possibly dethrone the king.
But can Jake Paul actually pull this off? Here's Mayweather's answer for that.
Was he easy? Absolutely.
At first glance, sure, Jake Paul might have a small chance of beating Mike Tyson. Some people might say that Tyson's age could give Jake an edge. After all, Tyson isn't as young as he used to be, and that's the main reason some think Jake might stand a chance. But honestly, that chance is tiny, like 1 in a million. Tyson's age might be a factor, but we're talking about someone who's been a boxing legend for decades. Just because Tyson's older doesn't mean he's any less skilled or dangerous in the ring. And even if Jake has been practicing hard, a few years of boxing experience doesn't compare to Tyson's lifetime of training and fighting. Now, Jake Paul has been training like crazy, hoping to grab his chance to win against Mike Tyson. Not long ago, he even posted a video showing one of his sparring sessions. In the clip, Jake throws a powerful right hook, and his sparring partner ends up on his knees on the floor. It looks like Jake's training is paying off, and he's feeling confident. Seeing that video, some fans are starting to wonder if this is a sign that Jake might actually have a shot at beating Tyson. The way he knocked down his partner was pretty impressive, and it shows he's serious about his preparation. Maybe, just maybe, he can bring that same power to his fight with Tyson.
Don't charge at me, Tyson. Drink Celsius.
Upon the release of the video, reactions from the fans were mixed, with some fans accusing Jake of training with an inexperienced opponent. But hey, it later turned out to be DeAndre Savage. Wait, Savage? Like DeAndre Savage? The undefeated heavyweight ranked 15th in the world by the WBA? Yes, and for the first time since the clip went viral, Savage has spoken publicly. Not exactly a pushover, right? And in case anyone still doubted it, Savage himself has finally chimed in since the clip went viral. I want to give a big thanks to the sport of boxing for helping me get paid to travel all over the world, he said. I also want to thank my coach at Third World Boxing, who is the head trainer of Jake Paul, for selling me my first home. I want to thank Jake Paul for helping me make the money to purchase my first home that sits on 1.5 acres of land, with a big pole barn in the backyard. This year has been a great year by far. Big fights are on the way, stay tuned. Recently, Savage posted a picture of himself and Jake, both in their intimidating fighting stances. Yes, the same pose that's supposed to show us Jake means business. Turns out, Savage has taken on the role of Jake's trainer for this Tyson showdown, because apparently that's exactly what Jake needs to get through this. And if you hop over to Savage's Instagram, you'll find him sharing video after video of their sessions, as if to remind everyone that, yes, Jake's getting trained by a legit heavyweight. Now, let's just hope all these posts somehow translate into Jake actually surviving the ring with Tyson. Of course, Mayweather is convinced that Tyson is going to win, which is why he's practically begging Jake to back out now. You know, just to save him from a world of hurt. But seriously, what do you think? Should Jake really throw in the towel before the fight even happens? I mean, it's not like he's facing a legendary boxer or anything, right? Please let me know down below.